Hello and welcome back to Plated. It's been a minute here, so we want to make sure we get the next video out, and I hope you guys like it. Today we're doing a red wine braised beef short rib. One of my favorite, very hearty. You can eat this year round. Again, it's a comfort food, and it's an easy recipe actually. You just have to take your time and let it cook through. The beef short ribs are very flavorful. They have a lot of marbling in them, and that's what gives you the bold flavor. You can see here some of the ingredients that we'll scan here, but we're going to make sure you have all the ingredients in the description box below. All right, so let's talk about these short ribs. I was talking about the marbling, and that's where you get the deep, bold flavor versus just a chuck piece of meat if you're making a stew or something like that. You can use this short rib, but just about any time. It's very versatile, very, very flavorful. I think you're going to enjoy this. It's not like your mother's short ribs. These have a little meat on them. So they're very selective here. We're gonna pat them dry first. Once you pat them dry, takes all the moisture out, and so that the salt and pepper can adhere to it. And so we're dropping down probably about a tablespoon, tablespoon and a half. It's a lot of short ribs of sea salt. You can use kosher salt, flaky salt, any type of salt that you like. But make sure that you hit all surfaces and turn it around and then rub it on the paper and really get this seasoned up for the sear that we're gonna create here. We are gonna sear it first and get the brown and the deep flavor going. That's gonna be really good. So once you salt them up, you're going to definitely want to pepper them up next. And you may use about 1.5 teaspoons to your taste. Again, this is between 4 and 5 pounds of short ribs. So it's quite a few here. So you want to make sure you can season these up really good. They can handle the salt and the pepper. A real classic blend. And you can see here, we're just kind of turning them over so we can actually salt and pepper the other side as well. I'd like to thank everybody for showing up on our YouTube channel, Plated. We want to continue doing this, so we decided to put out another video, and I hope you guys like this one. And then you can tell us what you like about it, what you don't like about it, how you cook your short ribs and that sort of thing. But make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and hit the like button and that sort of thing. But enough about that. Back to the cutting of the mirepoix, which is just a French way of saying the onions and the celery and the carrots. So we're cutting the onions first, and then we'll get to the carrots. You can see how we're dicing everything around the same size. And that's how you want to do it in general. Just kind of cut it. You can see here, Hazier's cutting that. And we got our little bowl here to keep everything cleaned up, and then we're just dicing them up around the same size. And we're just gonna dice up some parsley to garnish at the end. About 1/4 cup. And up next is our bacon. We're gonna use the fat from the bacon to sear the meat. Paper towel, either way, and then just kind of set it to the side. And we are cooking in a Dutch oven pot, and we're just going to go ahead and sear the short ribs right now. And you're going to do them in batches because there's quite a few of them. And we're just going to cook them down in this bacon grease. And you just want to take your time. You'll hear the sizzle, and you just want to brown it. It's okay to see a little smoke. Trust me, it's not gonna hurt it. We just want to make sure that you got a little color on the meat on each side as well. So take your time and just kind of brown that up. And you can see the color. That's what you want to achieve right there. You don't want to scorch it or anything. You just want to sear it. And you want to do it on all sides. And you just want to rotate them on the side that hasn't been cooked yet, seared yet. While your fires are around medium high right now to get a nice sear on it. And this is the final batch that you want to make sure you get brown. It's very important to sear every side. This is going to be a real hearty dish. You can see here that we taken them out. Got them sitting to the side and resting. Getting ready to get our veggies together. Get them softened up before we start braising everything. The onions, because it's got a lot of water, they will be glazed. Yes, to make it a full mirepoix, you would really want the celery in there as well. But we didn't do the celery. You can do celery. We just did it with the onions and the carrots. Now we're going to drop down some tomato paste. You can start smelling it cook. And once those are softened up, and then you can go on to the next step. A good 4 to 5 minutes would do that. Now we're putting in, make sure you follow the directions, but we're putting in about 2 cups of red wine. Any red wine would work. You're gonna wanna use something that at least tastes good. Something that you would drink. And then you just kind of want to boil it down and reduce the liquid to about half. Then you can start adding your short ribs. These are going to be so good. You're going to want to cook them down for a couple of hours. And then it'll just fall off the bone. You can, we've had mashed potatoes with this one, but you can have grits with it. Blue cheese grits would be great. Rice would be good with it, but we just like the mashed potatoes. And we're just adding the herbs and the bacon to keep the flavor flowing for you. And then we're gonna top it off with some beef broth. It's about 4 cups of beef broth here. And then you can season as you go. You wanna add more salt and pepper, and you wanna cook it down. I would say let it cook, like I said, for an hour at a time, maybe 2 full hours from here on out. And just cover it, and then just watch it. You can skim some fat off, but it's not gonna be a lot of fat here. But you can skim some of it off if you want to as well. But we'll cover it and let it cook down and show you the money shot toward the end. All right, 2 hours later, you see it has reduced. We got our potatoes down. And this was fantastic for dinner. It could be a weeknight dinner or a special Sunday dinner. Just take the time and show yourself some love. Now you can make some gravy separately, or you can use the juices that's in the pot as your gravy as well, kind of like an au jus. And then you just top everything off with the parsley at the end. Thank you for watching our video. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, or give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment below as well. Again, thank you for watching our video, and we appreciate you.